Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, where we are continuing on in Tetsuo's path right now. And last episode we came into contact with a researcher who's supposedly a very knowledgeable specialist about the 7 mysteries and paranormal stuff. Even though it's like, he's like, oh, I just want money for my research, whatever. But it turns out he's actually the one that we encountered when we were playing Shogo, who tried to kill us in the darkness, but we had the lighter, so we were able to kill him instead. So it's interesting to see how things are getting changed and flipped around now that we are on Tetsuo's route. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. You haven't used that curse, have you? Ah, he's lying. Now I know pressing the button is pointless because Tetsuo is very strong. He's like, no, I will not use this power to kill. But like, damn, bro, you freaking murderer, psycho. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave him this ridiculous accent. But I did it for fun and because I ran out of male voices, so whatever. I'll stick with it. No, of course I haven't. I swear. I see. Good. Interesting how he told them what his power was. They still lied to him. He doesn't use his power because he's a good guy. And then he pretends as if he doesn't know that they lied. That's the interesting part, you know? Like, I wonder what they're thinking. Like, oh yeah, I got away with it. But you would think they'd be like, oh, but I thought his power was to be able to tell when I'm lying. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. Damn you! I won't give it to you! If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested. Yeah, get to him. You know that's what he cares about most. Fine. You can have the stone. Here. Alright, ever-burning lantern. Let's see. Alright, this is the one that, the Soba cart. Something strange. No matter when one might visit, no owner. The lantern is always lit, even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. Then the opposite is the never burning lantern, another telling of the story in which it always remains dark. Alright. Curse power kills by disembowelment. Ooh, that's nasty. It sounds weird. Kills by disembowelment one who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. Oof, I'm glad we avoided that when we had our lighter. That's pretty... Ooh, gosh. Ugh. And his head is gone? What the heck? Alright. A resentful memory. When Honjo was filled with samurai residences, the spies of the shogunate lived amongst the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The soba cart on South Warigasui served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight, at 4 a.m., meant that someone would be having the last soba of their life, and that their belly would be sliced open the next night. Yee, seppuku. But usually I think seppuku is when they do it themselves. I don't know if they still call it seppuku if they do it to someone else. Funny that comes up when I just was talking to mom about that recently. Coincidences. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honor, but the deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge he would never forget. Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the sixth bell rang, the man cut his own stomach open. Yeah, that's seppuku for sure. Since then, the lantern could be seen alight before the soba cart had opened, and would flicker out suddenly even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumors surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that it was the man who could open his stomach visiting from the beyond. So, another situation where these stories are kind of vague because it's saying that a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it and didn't want to defend his honor, but then he was angry at being used? So we don't know like the backstory of his fight with the woman, but he was used by his daimyo and then he had a grudge. So he went with it's just a weird, like there's some missing information in there, I guess I could say. I kind of wish they would tell us more, but it's just a legend, a tale, I guess.
Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out.
Huh.
All right. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say?
In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the seven mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the record of fates.
Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stones.
Interesting. Oh, so this is the part where we were Shogo and we were trying to spy and I failed. Interesting. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him.
I wonder. The mysteries and rite are all public information.
Hmm. I can't remember the timeline of the story chart. Like, did Shogo see these guys before he encountered the guy in the darkness? Because the timing is weird, right? Like, they met him here. So I'm assuming, like, were we not able to. Or maybe they didn't meet him here before because Shogo had killed him, right? That's all I could think. Because I have a feeling that that guy, he encountered him first before he saw these detectives. Very, very interesting.
I wonder. The mysteries and rite are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses.
Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you.
I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything, no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be.
Right. Got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though.
Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find.
So, okay, let's just quickly go through it. Alright, Whispering Canal, Shogo slash Yoko. Fool's Procession. That's, what's her name? Yeah, that's Yako's. Beckoning Light. I don't think we've seen this one yet. It mentions flame, but for some reason, neither of the fire people had this one. Interesting. Haunting Clappers is, what's her name's? Right? Yeah. It's Harue's. Evergreen Beach is Tetsuo. Taiko Sugaru. Nobody. Foot washing is the jerk, which now we have taken. What's his name? Namigaki. One-sided read, we don't know yet. Everburning is, of course, the one we just got from this researcher. Interesting how there's a number 1 that's missing here. I don't see a 1. I see a 21 and question marks. Hmm. Very strange. Very strange indeed.
We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town.
We have to find them fast or they may start using the curses.
No, I think we're already too late.
Huh?
I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone.
Really? Then he already killed someone with it. Yep.
It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody.
Yeah, you should have freaking arrested him anyway. He tried to kill you.
We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow, if he's still alive. For now, we continue our search.
Right, on to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list, one by one. Ah, Shogo has not appeared. Interesting. I guess because he dies early on now, that's why he's not meeting these people and interacting with them. Oh, but boss?
Huh?
Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namigaki?
If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest?
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm confused with that, but whatever. Oh. Oh. Looks like we are done with him for now. The next one is not available. Makes sense. So, I have a choice to either go back, or let me see if this, I mean, it's showing that it's still cracked. I would assume that means I actually can get back to her. Let me just check really quick. Let's see if it will let me progress. It didn't look like it because it was still cracked, but who knows. So, what next?
The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. All right. Oh, I think that was it. That was like the last part, and then it had said suspend. So, that's kind of annoying that it was still showing that it was cracked because that made me think I couldn't get back to it. So I wonder what I did to unlock it. Whatever. Excuse me.
Huh?
Is that a woman's voice? Who could it be?
Behind me?
Oh, it's you. Finally? Are we finally gonna get to like talk to her? Oh, would you look at that? I was just thinking, I was like, huh, it's been a while since I've been here. Let me look around in case there's something. And then what do you know, Joe? Mockingbird number 18, finally. God, I haven't had any luck yet. I mean, it's not like a priority, but I just wanted to see if I could find a few. All right, so we got one of them. Well, this is our second one now. Where is it? Detectives and private eyes. In the bright garden. So there is one in the garden then if you won the lottery. Before hearing the history, I don't know. Morning green. Late at night on the way home. Look up at the first house. Jackpot. Bottom shelf surrounded by darkness. Approach the net. Excited detective. Ringing telephone booth. Waiting at the entrance. In a park where sparrows sing. Waiting at the intersection. Playground. Revisiting the park at night. Okay, so we got this one. Pink Punisher. That's weird. It's a flamingo. Okay. Is there any other one? I doubt it, but... Now I'm like, I kind of know what it might look like. Alright. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers?
Curse bearers? What's that then?
It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it.
Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, Miss... What was your name again?
Oh, silly me. I'm Ayame Tono.
Okay, university student Ayame Tono. Finally get to meet this girl.
She says her name's Ayame. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave, walking around alone this late. Or maybe there's more to it.
I'm just glad you're not with the jerk anymore.
She certainly had no reservations telling us about the rite of resurrection. It'll be worth keeping an eye on her. She could be trouble.
Alright.
There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul drugs is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow.
No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So, are you saying you're one of these curse bearers?
No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is.
Yutaro? Is that your boyfriend?
Oh, heavens no. Just a friend. His full name is Yutaro Namigaki. We're, I suppose you could say partners in crime.
So everybody has a sidekick. Pretty much, right?
Funny way of putting it. So, where is this Yutaro now?
Well, about that, he's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer.
Ah. So we had to take his curse stone as Tetsuo in order to unlock this. Got it. Makes sense.
Former? How so?
I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student only to flunk where it counts.
Huh. Sounds like you're using him alright. See? She didn't get a curse stone herself, but she's looking to latch on to someone who does have one. That's what it feels like.
So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself. If you want something done right.
Huh.
He lost it? How did he do that?
I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you'd probe into that of all things.
I'm just the curious sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret.
Interesting.
So anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a curse bearer?
that, I'm terribly sorry I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions.
Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers?
Great question, and the answer is I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones.
Look at his face. Oh, they just love making that pouty face, don't they? And you thought we'd have given them to you? Just like that?
Well, maybe not, but you know what they say. You never know until you ask.
You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. She said he's not her boyfriend.
Oh, goodness, no. We're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know.
I mean, that explains why she didn't care when Shogo killed him. Huh.
Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders.
Okay.
Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me.
So, what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection?
Well, Yutaro has his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So, I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself.
Uh-huh.
Well, until he lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it.
Of course. Keeping secrets is my business.
My, aren't you dashing?
Ah, that must be it. She must be half of the young couple Richter mentioned. But she isn't a curse bearer herself, and her friend has lost his curse stone. Neither of them will be of use to me.
Yeah. Nothing else going on? Guess not.
He's hiding it well, but I can sense that he's got his guard up. Could there be more to this girl than meets the eye?
I should ask her what her deal is. Okay. Sounds like you really have your heart set on this rite. What were you hoping to use it on?
Do you promise you won't laugh?
Cross my heart.
Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e,
Ukiyo-e? Maybe?
in particular.
Ukiyo-e, huh? Must be a cultured lady. So the stuff she makes, are they similar to the stuff we see for the curses? These actual images that we see, which are pretty cool, right? Painting. Is that what these are? Does it say that here? Makes sense, a lot of them are rakugo. No, it doesn't say it here, but I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say anything about ukiyo-e. No. Alright.
Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as some inaccessible, high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating?
Huh. Yeah, I guess so. But what does that have to do with you wanting the right?
And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Have you heard of him?
Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period? You want to bring back some ancient old guy? That's weird. Rather than somebody you loved and lost. Huh.
That's right, you're just as knowledgeable as you look.
I think I've seen that. Yeah. It's a famous old painting.
His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic, they're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work.
I gotta admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings.
So that's my question too. When you bring back someone from the dead, is it just bringing them back to how they were right before they died? So then what? You're gonna bring back a 90-year-old guy who might have had a whole bunch of health problems and might end up dropping dead again right away? Like, what's to prevent them from dying again if they had an illness or something? It's different if it was somebody who had an accident or was murdered and they died young while they were healthy, you know? That's so strange to me.
He left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right?
80 years? Since he was 10? Wow. So he kept on drawing right up into his old age, huh? Impressive.
But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist."
You wanted to live until you were 95? Dang.
Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out.
Huh? Hold on, are you saying...
Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic?
And weird? You're weird. He's weird and you're weird. Oh no. Nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going.
Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it.
Do you know how freaked out he would be to be in modern times? You've got to be kidding me. So, if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to...
That's right. I want to bring Hokusai back to life.
Well, that's certainly a novel idea. Hathaway's like, shut up, witch. You don't have a real need for it like I do. That's what she'd use it on. What a waste. Yeah. Alright, this is all about him. Okay, you guys can pause and read this. This is a lot of information. It's very interesting. Very cool. But yeah, he's not worth bringing back. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going.
See, this is why you didn't get a curse stone. The powers that be were like, girl, please. They didn't want to give it to you.
I need to get my hands on a curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck.
Weirdo. She's weird, y'all. Okay, Ayame is a young woman working with Yutaro Namigaki. Her love of Katsushika Hokusai's ukiyo-e is so great that she wishes to resurrect him with the rite of resurrection. Yame is a clever but calculating university student who only has time for her own interests. She is making the best of a recent boom in the popularity of female university students incited by their appearance across TV commercials and radio programs. Ayame is content to ride this trend so long as it allows her to get her hands on whatever she needs and wants in life. She's one of those. Recently, Ayame has figured out that older men will fall for her if she acts a little bit stupid. Oh, she a Black Widow type for sure. She was approached by Yutaro Namigaki in town, and although she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him. Oh, so they technically are dating, but she's just using him. Agreed to date him because his family seemed rich. However, she does not think much of him as a human being and is beginning to grow bored of their relationship. Ooh, yikes. Never thought I'd actually feel a little sorry for him, but just a little. He's still a douche, though.
Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after Curstones, we should keep an eye on her. Two, if we can.
Why do you say that?
Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers.
Yeah, considering how much she talked to them, she's like, come on, I know you have one.
My.
There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing, after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while.
Okay. Okay. Now we can go back to progressing with her, but we will be doing that in the next episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye bye.